It's 2025, and the price of almost everything feels higher than it did yesterday. A coffee that once cost $2 now feels like a luxury. Rent swallows paychecks, grocery bills climb without warning, and even a cheap night out can leave a dent in your budget. Yet, in the middle of this global squeeze, a small group of people seems strangely calm. They aren't lottery winners or millionaires. In fact, they often earn less than their peers. Their secret? They live by a set of unusual money habits that keep them ahead while others struggle. They're not just frugal, they're extremely frugal. And their choices aren't about cutting coupons or skipping every pleasure. Instead, they've discovered 6 powerful spending habits that completely reshape how they live, spend, and save. This is the world of frugal living reimagined. And if you've ever felt trapped by bills or anxious about your financial future, these 6 habits might just change the way you think about money forever. Number 1. They buy the future, not the present. On a sunny rooftop in Lisbon, Miguel adjusts his solar panels. 5 years ago, he saw them as too expensive. Today, they cut his electricity bill in half, and will keep doing so for decades. This is how extremely frugal people think. They don't ask, "Is this cheaper today?" They ask, "Will this save me money tomorrow, next year, or even 10 years from now?" Instead of buying fast fashion every season, they choose sturdy clothes that last. Instead of grabbing cheap kitchen gadgets that break in months, they invest in cast iron pans that might outlive them. Even with food, they think long-term, buying pantry staples in bulk, freezing seasonal produce, or meal prepping to reduce waste. This habit isn't about spending more, it's about spending smart. The irony? Many cheap purchases cost more in the long run. A flimsy chair replaced every 2 years can cost double what one good chair would over a decade. History shows the same wisdom. During the Great Depression, families bought durable tools and cookware, passing them down through generations. Today, the modern version of this is investing in eco-friendly, sustainable choices, solar panels, electric bikes, reusable goods that lower future bills and protect the planet. Frugal people don't just shop for today. They're quietly building a future where their money stretches further and their lives run smoother. Number 2. They hunt for invisible value. In Tokyo, Aya is a recent college graduate living on a tight budget. Instead of chasing sales or discounts, she looks for something most people ignore: free and hidden value all around her. She borrows books, films, and even musical instruments from her local library. She attends free museum days, outdoor concerts, and community workshops that others overlook. For her, entertainment and learning cost little to nothing. Extremely frugal people are experts at finding resources others forget. They swap clothes through buy-nothing groups, trade skills with neighbors, like fixing a bike in exchange for homemade bread, and use open-source software instead of expensive subscriptions. They don't just save money, they expand their quality of life without opening their wallets. This mindset exploded during the pandemic years, when global sharing economy communities grew online. From tool libraries in Canada to skill-swapping apps in India, people realized how much value exists outside traditional spending. The trick is to ask, what can I access without buying? By focusing on community, creativity, and overlooked options, frugal people gain far more than they give up. For them, invisible value is everywhere. It just takes a little curiosity to spot it. Before we get into the next habit, I'd highly recommend that you subscribe to this channel if you want to learn more practical ways to save money, live frugally, and build financial freedom. And don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend who could use these tips, and let's keep going. Number 3. They normalize saying no. In London, Sarah works in finance. She earns well, but after years of spending on group dinners, weekend getaways, and office collections, she felt drained, financially and emotionally. Then she did something radical. She started saying no. Frugal people see social pressure as one of the biggest threats to their money. It's not the $4 coffee that breaks budgets. It's the endless cycle of let's grab dinner, let's split the bill, let's do drinks. Saying yes all the time means spending on other people's choices, not your own priorities. Instead, Sarah suggested alternatives: potluck dinners instead of restaurants, walking meetings instead of costly brunches, and game nights at home. To her surprise, friends didn't mind. Many even welcomed the break from expensive outings. Saying no doesn't mean rejecting people. It means rejecting unnecessary costs. Extremely frugal people treat no as a normal, healthy response. They know their boundaries and stick to them, guilt-free. This habit reflects confidence, spending with intention, not out of obligation. With dining out and leisure costs climbing after 2022, this simple shift saves hundreds each month. By normalizing no, frugal people gain more freedom. They protect their time, their budget, and often their peace of mind. Number 4. They embrace slow money decisions. Javier, a young teacher in Mexico City, once rushed to buy every new phone release. The thrill was instant, but so was the regret when his bank account ran dry. Then he tried something different, waiting. Now, when he wants something big, he gives himself 30 days before buying. More often than not, the excitement fades, and he realizes he doesn't need it. That waiting period saves him hundreds each year. Extremely frugal people understand that money decisions made in the heat of the moment are rarely wise. They create space between desire and purchase. Sometimes it's a 24-hour pause for smaller things, sometimes a month for bigger buys. This slow approach is especially powerful today when buy now, pay later apps push people to shop instantly. Frugal people resist that pull. They know delayed gratification protects both their wallets and their mental peace. By slowing down, they shift from emotional spending to intentional spending. Every purchase becomes a choice, not a reflex. And the reward? Less clutter, fewer regrets, and more money left for what truly matters. Number 5. They treat time as their real currency. Meet Clara, a freelance designer in Berlin. For years, she worked endless hours just to keep up with rent, bills, and impulse buys. One day, she read a simple idea: don't measure cost in dollars, measure it in hours of your life. That thought completely rewired how she spent money. Now, when Clara sees a $200 handbag, she doesn't think of it as just $200. She asks, that's 8 hours of my time. Is it worth nearly a full workday? Most of the time, the answer is no. Instead, she saves her energy and her money for what truly matters. Extremely frugal people use this mental habit everywhere. They see time as their real currency. A $60 dinner? That's 2 or 3 hours of their life. A streaming subscription they barely use? Another half hour a month. When you measure purchases in work hours, small leaks in your budget suddenly feel huge. This mindset doesn't make life boring. In fact, it makes spending more meaningful. A weekend trip with friends, even if costly, feels worth it because it buys joy, not just objects. But dozens of throwaway purchases? That's trading life away for nothing. By treating time as money, frugal people keep control in a world where everything competes for attention and for your paycheck. Number 6. They build systems, not rules. In Toronto, the Patel family doesn't argue about money much. Not because they're rich, but because they built systems that do the heavy lifting. Every payday, a fixed amount of their income moves automatically into savings. Their bills are set to auto-pay. Groceries are planned weekly, with bulk staples pre-stocked at home. Instead of relying on willpower, they rely on structure. This is the secret of extremely frugal people. They design systems instead of chasing strict rules. Rules often fail: don't eat out, or spend less on coffee. Usually collapses when temptation strikes. Systems, on the other hand, make good choices easy and bad choices harder. Examples include unsubscribing from marketing emails, using cash envelopes for fun spending, or budgeting apps that send reminders before overspending. The beauty is that once the system is in place, it runs quietly in the background. By removing constant decision-making, frugal people save energy and avoid money stress. Their lives feel lighter, not restricted. And that makes frugality sustainable, not exhausting. Frugal living in 2025 doesn't mean living small. It means living smart. The extremely frugal people you've just met don't cut out joy, they cut out waste. They treat time like money, invest in the future, hunt for invisible value, normalize saying no, slow down their decisions, and rely on systems that support them. What ties them together isn't sacrifice, it's freedom. Freedom from debt, from pressure, from clutter. Freedom to spend on what truly matters, whether that's travel, family, or security. If rising costs have left you stressed, try just one of these habits this week. See how it feels to pause, to question, to design your money differently. You may discover, like the frugal few already know, that the richest life often costs far less than you think. Now, if you want to learn more about achieving financial success, then watch this video next.